All right, welcome back to Making the Merge. I am one of your hosts, Jonathan Wright, and with me is my beautiful bride.
Season 46 winner.
Oh, Kristin. Kristin Wright is here. Chase and PD are not here because they're playing a real-life version of Survivor because Hurricane
Helene? Is
Hurricane
it
Helene
I've
picked
only
him
seen
up,
it written
dropped
down.
a tree on Chase's house. So now he and his wife and probably their child is in the yard, sleeping in the yard or something like that, right? I don't
guess
know.
so.
Yeah, that's not any different. He makes their boy sleep in the yard anyway. But season 47.
Let's not say that.
Season 47, episode 3 has arrived. We've lost another player, but let's start first of all with just some of a little bit of a recap here for us. So, we saw the tribes, after the last episode. What's wrong with my brain? I can't think of the
I don't
order
know.
of things.
It's late at night. It took us an hour and a half to get our daughter to sleep right before this. So we're really going strong.
And
mentally.
she's not sleeping outside. She's safe
she
and
sleeps
sound
in our house.
our house.
She's moving actually on the monitor.
Okay.
We're good.
We're good. Everything's safe now. But yeah, no, it's like a quieter start to the episode, I guess. But the Gata tribe had some things going on, I guess, because they were talking about how uncomfortable the bamboo is one thing.
Yeah.
That was
What's up with that?
Yeah.
Their day one shelter.
Well, Sam, who has Sam? I can't remember.
Me.
You have Sam?
I have Sam.
How do you feel about his personality at this point with the Gata tribe?
I know he was having some drama this week with that other girl.
With the clothesline?
Yeah. What is her name?
That was weird, wasn't it?
Annika?
Yeah, let's see.
Is it Annika?
I think, is it? Guys, this is how professional we are at
That's
this.
your person, Annika. You should know.
Is
I'm
it
pretty
my
sure-
person?
I'm pretty
Hold
sure it was
on.
you.
We're just off the rails already.
Anyway, it doesn't
Annika,
matter.
yeah, that's my
But
person. We're
I
fighting.
think Sam, my pick for Sam was based on, yes, I think he's got a strong personality, but I think he's really smart. And he could be one of those people that just like, if he makes it, when he makes it to the merge, he's going to like jive really well with the other players, I think.
Yeah, well, he's kind of a strong personality, and his whole thing was everybody was complaining about the bamboo and like trying to prop it up with rocks. And he was just like, why are we doing this? We literally don't have fish. Like, we've got to eat.
He was like, we were supposed to go catch crabs like we said we were doing that.
Yeah.
That is a man after my own heart, because if I have a plan, I got to stick to what we said we were going to do, or it really throws me. So I understand why he was so set on the crabs.
I mean, the fact that Chase and PD are not here according to plan, Kristin has sworn them off. I'm having to mediate the whole
I already
group
had
chat.
sworn off PD. I mean,
well,
we saw what happened to his team this week. So.
Yeah, well, spoiler alert, PD is down Aisha, which is, I mean,
and Aisha
massive.
Aisha was pretty, she's kind of mad, I think, about it. She seemed a little upset.
She was a little upset, which before we roast PD on that, and before we get too far about Aisha, I do want to kind of hit the rest of this, though, because I'm going to roast you about one of your picks this week, which is freaking Rome.
Yeah, I really need to explain myself with that.
Yeah, why did you pick him?
Something about him, just my gut was like, you've got to do it. Like, I don't know if it was self-sabotage.
It's totally self-sabotage.
But like
He's
something
terrible.
happened while we were drafting and I was like, Rome. And it's so weird because he annoyed me so bad in the first episode.
He's still annoying me.
He is annoying, but he's got that kind of personality where he seems like he can just like weasel his way through.
The only reason you're going to take Rome far is because other people know they'll beat him in the end vote.
Well, see, that's kind of what I was banking on. I was like...
But he won't win.
If he plays a bad in the beginning,
die in a hurricane.
That's a little too soon.
Too
soon. So sorry. This is our public apology now.
Yeah, we're sorry.
I don't know why I'm saying sorry. I'm sorry that
Kristin, that
my
really
husband
bad.
said that.
Tell us about Rome and Team Lavo, because we got a whole montage of the team just hating the guy.
My thoughts on Rome are, if people hate him,
which they do.
Sometimes it works in their favor because they will keep them around thinking like, there's no way they'll ever win, but I'm keeping them as a number. And that can keep people safe. But occasionally, I think those types of players can like really turn it around.
No, you're digging
At the
it
end.
further and further. Okay, let's talk about Rome and Lavo, because he basically is obsessed with fishing, and he's like, I'm the best fisher. Like, look at me. I'm gonna
But hey,
watch me swim. I'm the fastest.
You know who he had it out for was Aisha, and she's gone. Just
yeah,
saying.
but she's gone because he's like a little cockroach that can't, like, he keeps having these extra lives. As also, we're watching our baby on the monitor spinning right now, and we're like, the time's ticking. But Rome is obsessed with fishing. He won't stop. He just keeps going out in the water, and people are like, maybe we want to fish, Rome. And he just will not let them do it.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a control freak, I guess.
And then
he thinks he's good at everything, but he kind of seems like he is. I mean,
well,
everything
there was a little bit of that.
Everything he claims that he will take care of, he's doing. So
then he got mad at the fact that, it ended up. Well, he got mad at the fact that people were not fishing, even though he told them not to go fishing. So then at that point, he's like, you know what? I'm going to eat this fish, and I'm going to eat it really, really loudly in front of the rest of the tribe so that they feel bad about the fact that they didn't go fishing.
Yeah, and then Rome went on the journey.
It makes me angry.
He's so, lucky. I mean, it's just insane that he found the idol, which... Yes.
Sorry, break for a moment. I just went to eat a cookie, went to eat it, and noticed there was a bite already taken out. And I realized that I just swiped Kristin's cookie and like put the whole thing in my mouth. I'm going to finish the
now
whole
you have
thing.
to eat it.
That looks really good. Give me that.
So Rome went on the journey with Annika and Kyle, correct?
Right.
And out of all three of them, Rome already had an idol.
Yeah, which, first of all, let's talk about what the journey risk was. So they all show up on the beach.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Well, but I was going to say, we're missing a really big part, which is where Rome... Wait, I'm getting mixed up. Let me look at my notes. There's basically this moment where he said that Sam and Sierra... Yeah, Annika went back to the beach after the whole journey thing and wanted to know that, like, Sam and Sierra were a couple. And so when Kyle...
Rome just had basically said that everyone else thought that they were, coupled up.
Something like that, yeah. Which Sam has already, a fiance.
He has a fiance, and then she has a, I guess, boyfriend.
So they're like spilling some details. Rome's being kind of like, he thinks he's really slick, and then now tell what the whole thing was.
So they go on the journey. They all take a different path. At the end of the path, there is a bag that's got 3 things in it: 2 lose a votes, 1 advantage. And so basically they have to draw at least once.
Yeah, they had no option but to draw once. And then...
So they have a 1 in 3 shot of getting advantage. They can choose to draw again. And if they do that, they... So they could lose their vote first try.
Yep.
They can choose to draw again. If they get a second lose your vote, then they lose it for 2 tribal councils.
Which is a disaster. I wouldn't want that to happen either.
Mm-hmm.
But is it bad that, even when they landed on the island, I was like, wouldn't you bet that freaking Rome is going to get that advantage? And, well, that is correct. Rome got the advantage, a steal a vote. So the man had a steal a vote, and he has an idol. So...
And everyone knows it.
Yeah.
But what really was getting to me, because Teeny is also on my team, Teeny kept saying that there was going to be a a group of 4.
Yeah.
Including Rome and not Aisha and not Saul, the other 2. And that really surprised me that group went together with
Teeny
Rome.
Immediately changed over to be like on Team Rome all of a sudden because Teeny was like, oh, Rome has an idol and an advantage, so I don't want to go against them. I might as well go with the flow. So that eventually leads to the fact that they lose the challenge. Rome, is basically like, I can do it, guys. I can do it. Let me go first. And starts like screaming. But then you also have Andy on the yellow team just absolutely being like, let me go. I know I can do this. I can do every single part of this right now, guys.
Oh, yeah.
And he proceeds to fall off the balance beam.
He is just like a type of person where he wants it so bad.
Yeah, he wants it so bad, but then he gets in the moment and chokes.
Yeah.
Which is why he's another bad pick. PD got another bad pick.
Aisha, Andy, Gabe, and Sue.
Yeah, PD, I feel like he has a really bad situation, which we'll let him. We're going to play a voice message.
Sue could be a
him.
sleeper.
Or she just could fall asleep because she's so old. But here's the thing, is tribal council happens, and they sucker punch Asia right out, which I don't want to brag, but I said I called it. When I basically mentioned that PD choosing Aisha was like, why would you do this? She's too good and she's trying too hard. But before we get into that, I'm going to play a message from PD. Here we go.
You might be thinking, PD, do you regret picking Aisha? Your first overall pick in the game, first episode, gone. And no, I don't. Because Aisha was not a bad pick. She was gone first, but she was not a bad pick. And the reason is because Teeny and Kashan are idiots. They thought they couldn't vote Guinevere because Rome might play.
Hold tight. You just said Guinevere, but we're gonna continue.
And Gishan.
Yeah, what's he?
PD. This is like 3
PD's,
people's names you've pronounced wrong, and I'm concerned about you.
I know you haven't had like running water in a couple of days, but maybe you're dehydrated. Let's take a listen still.
Rome might play the idol on her. Rome is the most selfish person in the game. He ate the majority of the fish in front of Aisha's face and spit it on her. You think that guy is going to give up his idol for someone else? Man, as much as I want Chase to get a Banu tattoo, I'm furious that Guinevere is still in the game and Aisha is not. And you know what? But it's okay. We're on to Cincinnati, so to speak, and we're moving on. We got Gabe, Sue, and Andy. Oh, by the way, Andy lives. Andy lives. I'm going to say it every single week. He's still there because I think Andy's going to be in the final 3. That's right. All right, PD out.
Did you just say PD out?
PD is out.
PD signing out.
Soon to actually be out of the
game.
Mean,
we're going to, first of all, the absolute disrespect of him calling my team member Guinevere.
Is Guinevere even a person's name?
I think
I've
he's
never
mixing
met a
Genevieve
person
and Gwen together for Guinevere. Oh, man.
We love you, PD. Sorry, you're not here to
defend
yourself.
We do love you, PD, but you have made some terrible points in that voice memo. Aisha's gone, and we've still got full teams, but I mean, PD was the reigning champion for a while, and now he's the first one down, and he has Andy. So really, his only shots are Gabe and Sue. I mean,
just discounting Andy.
I just don't see it happening.
I mean,
feel
Andy
really
is
good.
a worse pick than Rome. You gotta be with me on that.
That's true, and at least this week we got to see some Genevieve on camera talking. The guys, y'all were saying that I was in trouble because she didn't get enough camera time, and she got approximately 1 minute of camera time this episode, and almost went home. They were not happy with Genevieve. So yeah, Kristin, how you feeling with Sam, Teeny, Caroline, and Rome?
I'm feeling pretty good overall. I mean,
Okay.
I think that I've got a couple wild cards, but
Well,
it can all work out.
don't we all, especially you with Rome and PD with Andy. Chase's team, Chase, I think you might have an okay team.
Chase
going
actually
on.
has a good team.
Yeah.
Most of the people that
Oh.
Chase picked were also on my list.
I do want to also bring up before we end this, the fact that Rome, when he's gunning for Aisha, by the way, that he looks at Soul and he says, hey, when you write her name down, you could just draw a picture of the continent of Asia to Soul, who is Asian. And his reaction was beautiful. He just went,
His face was so dead.
yeah, he just went,
He just looked at
yeah, that
him.
would be real great, man. Like, that reaction was perfect.
And then Rome drew Asia.
He did it. He drew the continent.
A really bad drawing of Asia, but I don't know how much better I could have done.
Well, when I saw the drawing, my first thought was, did Soul do that? It's like a joke. But it's definitely that was definitely Rome. Enough about Rome. This is not the Rome show. This is Making the Merge. And these were the teams. This was the update. Episode 4 next week. Who knows what cast members you'll get. But hey, Kristin, thanks for joining me in this little chaotic podcast venture tonight.
Very chaotic, but hopefully we had a understandable stream of thought for you guys.
Yeah.
And hopefully PD and Chase will be up and running next week.
Yeah, up and running, back in their homes. Chase will have his child inside as well. So everyone have an
That's a
excellent
joke, by
rest
the way.
of the week. It is a joke.
Just so y'all know.
Chase will not be having his child
because
inside.
some of us are mandated reporters, and Chase does not have a child in his backyard.
Yeah.
I'm in a chat with all these memesters.
Yeah. Did
And
you
I'm
just
over
call
here.
us memesters? Okay. I'm going to end this podcast right now.